In this video, we're going to simplify more difficult radical expressions. If you watched the last one, you know that we want to break the square root into two square roots that we're going to multiply together that equal this square root, and then whatever we put in this first one, we're hoping to be able to simplify it. Now, the reason these are more difficult is because these numbers are larger, and lots of different numbers are going to go into 108. In fact, lots of numbers will go into 108, and many of them will show up over here in this list of perfect squares that we were working with last time. So let me show you a couple different ways you could do this problem. One way to do this is to know that 4 goes in here. 4 goes in here 27 times. So some students will say, look, I found my perfect square. The square root of 4 is 2, and the square root of 27 is not a nice number because 27 is not on our list. However, the square root of 27 can be broken up again because 9 goes into 27. So the square root of 4 became 2, but then we broke this one down into square root of 9 and square root of 3. The square root of 9 is 3, and the square root of 3 we cannot simplify. So now we've got 2 times 3 times the square root of 3, which is 6 square roots of 3. So this one you had to simplify twice if you first broke it down into 4 and 27. Yet another way you could do this is maybe you're looking through the list and you're saying, okay, 4 goes in there, but so does 9. So we could make this square root of 9 square root of 12 because 9 times 12 is 108. The square root of 9 is 3, and the square root of 12 is not a nice number if it's not on this list. However, the square root of 12 can be broken down itself into the square root of 4 times the square root of 3. The square root of 4 is 2, so now you have 3 times 2 times the square root of 3, or 6 square roots of 3. Again, you can see same answer but by a different method. The best way to do this one is to search this list for all the numbers that go into it, but then find the largest one. So yes, 4 went into 108. Yes, 9 went into 108. 16 doesn't. 25 doesn't. 36 does. 36 goes in there 3 times, because 3 times 36 is 108. And the square root of 36 is 6. So you can get it in just one simplification step. So you kind of have to think of it however it makes most sense to you. Are you going to find the biggest perfect square, find the square root of it, and then be done? Or are you going to find any perfect square, find the square root of it, and then see if this other radical can be broken down similarly? Yep, the choice is yours. You'll have to kind of work your way through it. But that's why these are intermediate, because you'll have multiple numbers on this list that maybe go into here, and you'll have to either do it a couple of times, as I did in the first two ways, or find the largest one if you only want to do it in one step.